Kansas City FilmFest is in full swing with filmmakers coming to our city to show off their work. And with independent film, you often see people with several credits, like Benedict. He's the co-executive producer, writer, and actor in the short film, The Sidekick. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
You're a Missouri native.
I am.
From Columbia.
I grew up in Columbia, that's right.
So what's it like to be back to the area?
It's awesome. I haven't been to Kansas City in a while. I used to come up here, we'd take a Greyhound bus up here when I was a kid with my grandma to visit my cousins, and yeah, it was just like a big trip for us. And yeah, it's great to be back. There's a lot different. Downtown is all different.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. I'll take you out to lunch afterwards.
Amazing.
If that's okay.
Amazing.
Show you around how amazing Kansas City is.
Excellent.
Okay, so your film, The Sidekick, it has quite an impressive cast. First of all, how did you get all of them to agree to be in tights and unitards in your film?
I don't know. I got really lucky. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be friends with a lot of these people, and I've never really asked for favors before. But this was something, it was such a passion project for me, so I called them and I said, would you step up and do this? And they all said yes. I mean, I owe them big time. So, yeah, and to get everybody in these outfits, these superhero outfits, it's, yeah.
I mean, they're pretty fancy.
Yeah, and when you're actually in
flattering, too. You look good.
Yeah, and I wrote it. You'd think that I would have thought about that. Like, when you put on the outfit, you put on the tights, and you're like, oh, right, that's right. I have to just stand, and when they're not shooting, like, we're having coffee, and I'm like, hi,
again,
how are you?
I'm in a leotard and tights.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you celebrate the sidekick. What inspired you to write the film?
Well, you know, it's about a superhero sidekick who gets fired because he's really not cutting it anymore. You know, he's getting too old to be the sidekick. So he has no superpowers. He really can't do anything except say, you know, look in, here, catch. You know, that kind of thing. So really I was inspired by the idea that, you know, what happens when if you get, you know, let go of your job and you really have no other skills than that, you know, if you turn 40. I mean, I thought, if I wasn't an actor, I don't know, I'm not skilled at anything else. I couldn't go back. It's too late for me, you know. This is all I know how to do. So it was that idea and how you kind of find yourself and find really, you know, what is the real you and what are your gifts? Because this is a guy that's always like literally grabbed on someone else's coattails, as it were, and ridden his career that way. So he has to find out who he is.
So are you a fan of comics as you grew up?
Yeah, I grew up, you know, I love comics. I mean, and the whole idea came from, you know, basically what if Robin gets fired? You know, what does Robin do? But yeah, no, I love comics and, you know, always a bit fan of like the big comics, Superman and Batman, Spider-Man, love all the movies. But I like this angle. This angle I relate to, you know, the guy who's the buddy. You're
like, I don't care about a whole Ben Affleck playing, you know, the next big superhero. No. I don't care. I want to focus on the
who's Robin?
The sidekick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you know, for me, I mean, I've always kind of played the buddy. I've always like been everybody's buddy. You know. You
have been everybody's buddy in a lot of TV shows.
Yeah.
I mean, you work a lot. You stay busy. But one of my favorites, I'm going to bring it up, Felicity. I think everyone, when we kind of talked about, you know, when you came in, it's like, oh, I remember him in that show, and I love him in that show.
Oh, that's nice.
Everyone has a favorite. My favorite's Felicity. So do you have a favorite role?
I mean, that, for me, that got my start. I mean, to work with J.J. Abrams so early in his career, and a lot of those people are still my good friends. That was a really special experience. And, you know, I loved that. I loved Supernatural I worked on for a couple of years. That was really fun. And I mean, there have been so many great things, so many fun parts. A couple of years ago, I did this movie with Jenna Fisher called A Little Help, and that really, directed by Michael Whitehorn, who directed this short. So that was something I was really proud of, too. So there's been a lot. I've been very lucky that way.
Well, we cannot wait to see your short film.
Thank you so much.
You can see The Sidekick at the Kansas City FilmFest, either tonight at 8:40 at Cinemark on the Plaza, or tomorrow night at 6:30. It's actually with other short films, right? Or another feature film? Or?
Yeah, I think tonight's going to be with a block with other comedy shorts, and then afterwards I'm going to be doing a panel and talking to people.
Which is great. So come and meet him. See his film, and then come say hi to Rob. Thanks so much for